This is the Sega Nomad, a portable Sega Genesis console. And this is a custom battery pack from Laser Bear Industries, a modern lithium-ion replacement for the Nomad. With original Sega battery packs becoming harder to find and more expensive, we now have a fantastic aftermarket solution with modern amenities. So, in this episode, I'll show you how to put one of these together, see how much battery life you can expect, and if this product is worthy of your beloved Sega Nomad. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Tito, and welcome to another episode of Retro Renew. Today, I got a really neat and simple mod to show you. This is the Sega Nomad Lithium Ion Battery Pack from the folks over at Laser Bear Industries. Now, for those of you who are new to the Sega Nomad, essentially this is a handheld version of the Sega Genesis. It plays full-on Sega Genesis carts and was oddly only released in the United States during the mid-90s. And if you guys are looking to buy one, 9 times out of 10 it will be missing the included battery pack. You can occasionally find these sold separately online, however they are becoming more scarce and quite expensive. The rechargeable versions will most likely not even hold a charge due to their age, and the variant that holds 6 AA batteries is a bit cumbersome to use. Not to mention, these older battery options were advertised to give you about 3 hours of battery life, which isn't all that much. And that's where Laser Bear Industries' really awesome battery pack comes in handy. It utilizes 2 beefy 18650 lithium ion batteries, which provide roughly 3500 milliamp hours of power each. You can either buy the battery pack as a kit, which you'll have to assemble yourself, or you can buy a fully assembled version for a slightly higher price. Now, this wouldn't be a Macho Nacho video if I didn't demonstrate how you can assemble one of these on your own, so be sure to stay tuned for the full tutorial. And if you enjoy content like this, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for plenty more retro gaming and modding videos just like this one. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to start off by showing you what's included in this kit. Then I'll demonstrate how to put it all together, review the battery pack's features, and run a battery test to see how long it will last, go over the pros and cons, and of course provide you with my overall thoughts. Okay, so going over the contents of the kit first, here we have this really nice 3D printed battery casing. It has a sliding door for easy access to the interior, and has this really cool Nomad branding embossed on the front, which just looks awesome. Additionally, also included is this battery caddy, which will be held inside the housing. It comes pre-installed with the battery contacts. You'll also get 3 strands of wire, which will help us during the installation process. Here we have the charge port, which is compatible with OEM Sega Nomad, Game Gear, and Genesis Model 2 AC adapters. This will be used to charge the lithium-ion batteries. This is the battery management PCB, which ensures proper charging of each battery, as well as over and under charge protection. These are the pogo pins that will make contact to the battery terminals of the Sega Nomad and provide power to the unit. It's actually really awesome how these were incorporated into the mod. And here we have some miscellaneous items such as the screws and other smaller 3D printed items. And lastly, Laser Bear provided some gummies to help us get through the building process. So that's everything included in this kit. In addition, you'll need to buy 2 18650 lithium ion batteries. Laser Bear recommends picking up these, which are from a company called Nightcore. Okay, so that's everything we'll need for the Sega Nomad battery pack. Now let me show you how to put it all together. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is attach the battery management board to the caddy on the same side as this opening here. Place the board on the caddy like so and gently bend over the metal tabs. Then solder the tabs to the corresponding pads on the battery management board. Next, go ahead and tin up all the remaining pads on the PCB. Next, on the other side of the caddy, we're going to also bend down both of these metal tabs. Go ahead and tin them up, and then solder a small wire in between connecting the two. Then take the remaining section of the white wire and solder it to the right tab as shown. Next, wrap the wire around to the other side and solder it to this pad on the battery management board by first cutting it to length. And this is what it should look like. Next, moving our attention to the battery casing, let's install the power board by press fitting it into place. Back to the battery management PCB, solder the red wire to the pad labeled P positive and a black wire to the pad labeled P negative. We'll connect these to the power board in just a moment. Now place the battery caddy into the casing as shown. Then cut the wires we just soldered with enough length so that we can connect them to the power board. And then do just that. Connect the red wire to the pad labeled B positive and the black wire to B negative. Next, we're going to prep the pogo pins by soldering a wire to each. I find that taping them to the mat helps during this process. Just stick the wire in the cavity and fill it with solder to make a solid joint. And this is what it should look like. Do the same with the other pogo connector with the red wire. Now grab the pogo pin clip and slot in each pin. The red positive wire goes to the top and the black negative wire goes below. And this is what it should look like with both pogo pins installed. Next, insert the pogo clip into the battery housing backplate. It's a tight fit, but with a bit of persuasion, it should slot into place. Now place the backplate onto the battery housing in order to measure out the length of wire we need to connect the pogo pins to the power board. Once the wires have been cut to length, solder the red positive wire to the pad labeled N positive and the black wire to the pad labeled N negative. Go ahead and place the backplate onto the battery housing, but before securing it, insert the 3 battery clips into the backplate. The gray one goes on the same side as the pogo pins, while the 2 black ones go on the other side. Once that's done, secure the backplate with the 6 included self-tapping Phillips screws. Then insert both 18650 lithium batteries with the negative side of the battery contacting the spring terminals, and then slide on the battery cover. Put it on your Sega Nomad, insert your favorite game, and enjoy. I have to say, it's really awesome to finally be able to experience playing the Sega Nomad without being tethered to the wall. Being able to enjoy Sega Genesis games on the go using original hardware is really quite the experience. I mean, this was considered portable back in the day, which is kinda hilarious by today's standards. Before this mod, I had to play this console using an AC adapter, which really defeats the purpose of this unique handheld. Alright, so now that I showed you how to build one of these kits, let's quickly go over all the features. Now there really isn't too much to discuss, but there are a few nice design choices integrated into the battery kit design. First is this sliding door. It gives you easy access to the 2 18650 lithium ion batteries. This is great if you want to swap out the batteries for a charge set, or if these become older and need replacing. A really nice design choice. Additionally, I really like that Laser Bear chose to use these spring-loaded pogo contacts. They work very well, and I'm curious if the original Sega battery packs came with a similar design. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. And of course, the battery pack solidly locks into place thanks to this clip. There is absolutely no worries of this falling out during gameplay. Great, so now that we're familiar with all the features of this battery pack, let's do a quick test to see if this is better than the original battery packs, which promised roughly 3 hours of battery life. Wow, I have to say that I am super impressed with these results. 7 hours and 30 minutes is an astonishing amount of battery life, especially when compared to the 3 hours advertised for the old original batteries for the Nomad. Now, of course, my console has been modified with a modern LCD which uses 5 volts of power, which is actually less than the original screen. So to be fair, I should run this test alongside an original battery pack for a proper comparison. However, I have to say, regardless of the mods, that having over 7 hours of battery life is fantastic, especially for an older console like this. Great, so now that we know what this battery is capable of, let's go over some of the pros and cons. Starting with the pros, I have to say first and foremost, it's great that we now have a relatively affordable option for powering the Sega Nomad. Original battery packs are getting rarer and more expensive, especially the 6AA version, which is probably the only usable original battery pack that you can buy at the moment. Additionally, it just works fantastic. It clips onto the back like an original Sega battery, and it boasts roughly 7 hours of power with a modded Nomad like mine. It has an excellent build quality, and the 3D print is top-notch, which is something we have come to expect from LaserBear Industries. Everything on this kit just fits together really nicely. I also really appreciate some of the design choices used for this kit, such as the sliding battery door for easy battery access, and the pogo pin battery contacts, which ensure a solid connection to the Nomad's terminals. And lastly is the cost. This kit is competitively priced at $35 if you want to build it yourself. Fully assembled versions are about $25 more for a total of $60. Now, this kit doesn't include the 18650 lithium batteries, so you do have to purchase them separately. The ones I bought cost about $37 for the pair, so all said and done, I spent a little over $70 for everything, which I think is pretty reasonable considering the quality of the mod and the modern amenities it provides. Now, while there is a lot to love about this kit, there are a few minor cons, so let's quickly get into those. First, and most importantly, there is no indicator light to let you know when the battery is done charging. This is a bit of a bummer since you really can't be sure if the battery is fully charged or not. Not a huge deal, but it is a minor inconvenience. Additionally, I found that it was quite difficult to clip in and remove the battery from the Nomad. I was, however, able to fix this by smoothing the locking mechanism with a file, as shown. The smoother surface allows the battery to lock in and be removed quite a bit easier. And the last con is the sliding battery door. I know I said that was a pro, but there is a small issue I have with it. I think it would have been great if there was some sort of way to lock it closed. I have on several occasions inadvertently slid the battery door open, and I think having a way to lock it would prevent that. But regardless, the bottom line is, if you have a Sega Nomad and are tired of being tethered to the wall, this is an excellent battery pack for the console, and I think it is a must-have if you want to enjoy the Sega Nomad as it was intended. Anyway guys, that about does it for this video. I think this battery kit from LaserBear Industries is one of the best products out there for the Nomad. If you have any questions about this kit, let me know down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps me and the channel out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, see you all next Thursday.